Assalamu alaikum everyone. This is Jaffar Ihsan and I am the director of AeU University Malaysia here in Pakistan. And I'll be talking to you about the prevalent situation in regards to the coronavirus. Firstly, the University Times, I would like to thank them for providing this opportunity to talk to you all of you people. And I think they are doing a wonderful job because it's very important to get the message across to the students related to the educational activity that's happening around the globe. And the students need to be informed about everything that is relevant to their future. So coming to the coronavirus situation, I would start by saying that firstly, we need to take responsibility. We need to realize that by taking responsibility to first and foremost protect ourselves and then to protect others. Unless we take that responsibility, we cannot stop the spread of this pandemic. And as you can see that it is spreading rapidly across the world where all these measures have not been taken. And by taking responsibility, I mean that we need to adhere to the guidelines and the precautions that have been advised by the government to us. And which includes, of course, washing your hands, sanitizing, using a tissue paper once you're sneezing or coughing. And the most important part of this whole exercise is the social distancing aspect. The social distancing aspect is something which is proved very successful for countries like China, who have been able to successfully control the spread of this pandemic. And you can see that life is now coming back normal in China. And throughout the world, it has been advised that you exercise social distancing, and by only social distancing we can actually cover the spread of this pandemic. Moving on, I would like to stress and I would like to pay tribute to the all the doctors and all the nurses and the medical practitioners who are fighting this war against corona, and they're on the front line. And it's very important to acknowledge their efforts. I know that it's not always an ideal situation where there is a lack of some equipment or there are other problems that we have to face, but this is life and we have to take it in our stride. And we are here to support them, and we should actually follow the protocols of the government so that we can actually help them out and by reducing the spread of this pandemic through further. Further, I would like to say that it's very important to realize that the coronavirus and this pandemic is going to be changing a lot of different things around the world. And inshallah, once we get through this pandemic, things are not going to be the same. Already, we are seeing massive changes in the health sector. We are seeing massive decline in the economy, the education sector as well. There's a lot of talk about online education, and all these reforms, they are going to now take place. And it's important for all the students who are watching this video to realize that we need to be geared up for those changes. We need to be geared up for those challenges. And when we're looking at the media or things which are coming on the social media, there's a lot of negativity in the world, and there's a lot of negative information that comes across every day to us. But I would say that it's not all bad. It's not all a negative scenario. And what we need to realize and what we need to do is to change this challenge or convert this challenge into an opportunity. And by doing so, we can actually help ourselves to grow, and we can contribute to the growth of the country, growth of Pakistan in a much more effective manner. So what do I mean when I say that to convert this challenge into opportunity? First and foremost, to all the students who are watching this video, we've got a lot of ample time on our hands, and we can actually utilize that time for our personal development, for personal growth. And we can actually focus on our spiritual health, we can focus on our physical health, we can actually work on our skills, try and work on our communication skills, try and take care of all the pending projects that we have started. And the good thing about this scenario is that all the resources, they are now actually available to us. They are now available at the palm or the tip of your fingers. And the only thing that you need to do is to discipline yourself, is to apply yourself, is to make use of these tools and learn these tools which are available to you online. And Asia University is also playing its role and playing its part in this current scenario. As you all know, that Asia University specializes in online distance learning education. It is a Malaysian university which is accredited by the Malaysian Qualifications Agency. It is completely recognized by the HEC here in Pakistan. It is supported by the Asian Cooperation Dialogue. And most importantly, it is supported by the UNESCO. It is recognized by UNESCO as one of the prime movers for e-learning in the Asia Pacific region. And that's the reason why we've got many students who've already graduated from our university, and there are more than 30,000 students who are currently enrolled in different programs all across the globe. So Pakistan can also, and the students in Pakistan can also make use of this opportunity and enroll themselves in different programs that we are offering. Specifically in regards to the coronavirus situation that we are facing right now, the university is now offering free online courses to people who want to make use of them. So we are offering courses related to religious studies, education and teaching, research methodology, IT, and business and management studies. Okay. So the links of all these, the information, the links will be provided in the video, and you can actually have a look and go over there to see which of these programs are useful for you. Coming back to the point where related to the personal development and growth of our younger generation, I would just say that it's very important to realize that it's only by this by taking responsibility of yourself that you are going to be able to be successful in this world. Um, I see when I go to the classrooms. I teach at different universities, and when I go to the classroom, I see that the students are totally dependent on the classroom. They're totally dependent on the teacher. If the teacher tells them something, it is fine. If the teacher doesn't tell them something important, then the student is not actually going to explore the subject himself, explore this thing on his own, and he is not going to be looking in depth related to that subject. The world is now changing. It is moving towards a skill-based economy. It is moving towards a place where it is going to be your skill set which is going to be important to get you job, to get you employed in your future. And unless you start to focus on your skills and going in depth and going towards an approach which is based on self-study, you're not going to be able to be successful. So, on this note, I would like to say that it's important that all our students should realize that all these online resources are there, and now it is their responsibility that they have to make use of them. And I hope that we can actually all get through this difficult time together, and I'm sure that inshallah we would be getting through this time. And once we get out there, we are going to get on with our lives once again. But during this time, that the opportunity that is now available to us, we need to realize, we need to make use of this time as much as possible, and try and polish our skills, try and work on our personal development, and inshallah we are going to be successful by doing so. Last but not least, I would like to thank you, and I would once again stress that stay home and save lives. And if there is no urgent requirement or any urgent piece of work that you need to carry out in outside, then try and stay at home and make use of this opportunity as much as possible.